This is ClownPierce, one of the most popular Minecraft content creators on the planet, and getting hundreds of thousands of subscribers just on his YouTube alone, all for his skill in Minecraft PvP. Here, he will talk about his real PvP trainer and the struggle that made him start YouTube. Hello.
Hey,
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. I'm doing great. Glad you could make it. I'm very excited about this. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate that.
For sure. Yeah, of course.
So, all right, I'm just gonna get straight into the questions here. You wake up. What's the first thing you do?
Usually I hop on my PC because sometimes I work with Australians and it's like in the evening for them when I wake up, and sometimes I hop on my friend's stream. Yeah, so usually first thing is I hop on PC.
After that, what do you go through? Do you eat breakfast? Do you drink some water? Go to the bathroom? Whatever.
Yeah. Like after maybe an hour or so, I'll well, definitely first thing out of bed is go to the toilet, right?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, for sure.
But yeah, eat breakfast, get some water, take a shower, whatever, get ready, get back on PC and start working more.
Yeah. What's your favorite breakfast?
Leftovers. We got something
Leftovers.
the day before, That's definitely the best.
Like what's your leftovers?
There's no correlation. If it's food, then I've probably had it for breakfast.
That's
get
fair. I understand that. All right. So when did you start playing Minecraft, and what makes you like it so much?
I started playing Minecraft back in 2011, I want to say. Back in 7th grade for me. I think I was, 13, that's it. And yeah, I think I just grew up with the game. It's the first PC game that I played. It has a lot of replayability. So I think that's why over the years I've just been coming back to it over and over. Eventually, when I decided I wanted to do YouTube, it was kind of a no-brainer that I'd do it on Minecraft. Because at the time I was already deep like inside of like Minecraft PvP. Yeah, it was just the game I played the most out of anything, and it was booming on YouTube. Still is. It's just kind of a no-brainer that Minecraft is the game that I chose for YouTube. And yeah, now I play it as a job and I still enjoy it.
When you were first starting out YouTube, did you have any sort of like inspiration for what you would do?
Inspiration. I mean, definitely the content I was looking at when I thought like, hey, I could also be doing this was Dream SMP content, like I was watching that was like in its prime, and I was watching it and I was thinking like, hey, I'm good at Minecraft, I could probably do this too. And so the main person I tried to, I want to say reconstruct, basically take their video form and try to make my own version of it was Technoblade, because I thought, oh, he's the most similar what I want to be later. I started making Skywars, or I think Bed Wars videos. That was the type of thing I was looking at, and then I realized I don't like 1.8 PvP or Bed Wars or whatever, so this is a horrible idea for me to do. So yeah, from there on I just kind of started developing my own style.
Okay, that makes sense. What made you actually want to start a YouTube channel in the first place?
I guess just kind of going to college and realizing that I hate it, and dropping out, and like, okay, well, I still got to do something to make a living. Seeing Dream SMP pop off and these young people playing Minecraft getting rich, I was like, hey, I could make money playing Minecraft. And that got me into, video creation. At the start, I did it all for the money, like I was like, okay, I'm going to learn to make videos. I'm going to learn to make content so I can do it as a job. That's not entirely true. I thought it looked really fun. And then as I started doing it, my desire to make videos grew more and more. From that point, I was like, okay, this is just really, really fun, and I want to keep doing this.
You don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but what do you think you would have done if YouTube didn't work out for you?
I would have gone to college, back to college for a video editing course. And all throughout, I would have just still made YouTube videos. Yeah, that was the original plan. If I didn't blow up in the time that it would take, which I didn't expect any of it at all. I just thought I was going to go to college for video editing and whatever. And, if I got out of college and I still wasn't big on YouTube, I'd start working for other YouTubers and while making my own content, Basically, the point is that I never planned on giving up on making YouTube succeed.
So you're dead set on YouTube?
Yeah. My dream job, so yeah, for sure.
For those who don't know, can you explain like what the origin of ClownPierce as a whole kind of looks like?
You mean the origin of the name and the...
Yeah, the name and the avatar, the whole thing.
Pretty embarrassingly, when I started out, I was called Wrath Minecraft.
Wrath Minecraft,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. At when I got into the PvP community, I kind of started picking up this habit of grabbing alts that have cool names. So I got like, really clean names, that ones that don't have numbers or underscores or anything. So I got Flame Knight, I got God of Minecraft, I got a bunch of different alts. with really clean names. And it was like, okay. And I just got off of like Deltarune, I think, and they had like Jevil, the cool little dark jester guy. I was
Oh
like, okay,
yeah.
I want to kind of make an evil jester alt account, you know. So I made a skin first, and then I was like, what do I name this guy? Let's just do ClownPierce because he's a clown and he pierces people, and I don't know. That's just the thought process that went into it. And I played on this alt on one of the servers me and my friends took over. And my friend took me aside and he's like, dude, this Wrath Minecraft bullshit is cringe. But this ClownPierce thing you have going on, that you can capitalize on that. And I was like, you know what? You're right. It is really, really cringe. So I changed my YouTube name and then I went to my brother who's an artist for like, hey, can you help me make a character design? And that's where the first few ClownPierce art pieces came from.
Oh, that's really interesting. Do you still
Yeah.
own some of those alt accounts?
Yeah, I own all of them.
Do you ever like still play for fun, or do you record like every single second you play Minecraft?
I don't record every single second, but when I do play, it is always for content, whether that be playing on somebody else's event, playing on somebody else's SMP, playing on, you know, whatever with another creator, grinding out for my own content, or, you know, actually recording it, or practicing PvP for my videos. So I'd say, yeah, most of my Minecraft playing consists of that.
So it's all like work related, basically.
Kind of, yeah.
So speaking of work related, can you describe like what the process is of you making a video?
Oh
And
my
like
God.
where do you get like a hint of inspiration? You know?
I'm not a very organized person at all, so the process of making a video, it starts with an idea. Let's take the casino for instance. It
Okay.
started with an idea. Then I started recruiting the right people for it, aka Branzy. At first, I made the exterior of the casino. I just did the build. I was like, yeah, this is something I can get by. This is like cool. And then Branzy and I started designing the casino machines. Then after that, we started grinding out all the materials to put all of it in survival. Then we did that, and then we went on to the recording phase, which is inviting different server members over and recording their reactions as they play through the casino. Then kind of looking for a B plot. So in this case, that was the whole Vitality story. After I've got all the footage, I just start editing it. This will be fresh after the recording, so I don't take notes, but I should. But as I said, I'm not an organized person, so I didn't. And I just kind of edit it, just freestyle, put it all together, and make a compelling story out of it. And, you know, then the video's done.
Wow, so you really just wing it, like completely.
Kinda, yeah. But my next video, I'm working together with an editor, so I have to wing it less, you know, because
Okay.
I'm working together with somebody now.
Yeah,
So.
I guess we'll see if it gets better or worse, and kind of decide if you
Yeah.
want to do it again there.
Yeah. Thing about this one is, I recorded it 2 months before I wrote the instructions for it because I
Oh,
went
wow.
on vacation. I think it's going to be lower quality in general, but I'm curious to see what my editor can do.
Do you ever like re-edit a video after it's been released? Like, oh, you think it's like it's going to do bad or whatever, and so you just take it down and like re-edit it?
No, that's detrimental for a video. There's one video, the 35v2, which was taken down due to copyright.
Oh.
So it was inaccessible anyway, so I took it out, replaced the music. I think I replaced like all of the sound and put it back up. Yeah, it's still up now.
You'll fix it if there's a problem with it and like YouTube and copyright.
Yeah, if it's taken down. But even then, I have plenty of videos that were copyright strike that I didn't fix. I just left them down. This thing is, those old videos, they were completely edited around the music. So it's just a lot worse if it's not the right songs, you know?
Yeah, I get that. And is there any music that inspires you while you work?
I like OSTs of like battle themes, you know? Like Demon Slayer is a good. I love all the Demon Slayer stuff.
Ooh.
Those types of things. Yeah, I'll get most excited when I'm editing like a fight. And I got one of those songs. But those are the exact songs that are very copyrighted to Demon Slayer music.
Yeah,
So.
that's fair.
But yeah.
If you could go back in time and go back to where you were just starting YouTube, what's something you would tell yourself?
Am I limited to any amount of?
No.
Like,
You can say
okay,
whatever.
I'd give myself the advice that I give other people now, which is to, you know, the different things to focus on with YouTube, you know, and to pay attention to certain things that over time I realized I need to pay attention to. I guess first thing first is that I need to realize, or I need to make myself realize that every video needs a good idea. Otherwise, people aren't going to watch. Along with that, I probably explained the importance of the titling, the thumbnail, and the intro of the video working together. And lastly, of course, I just tell myself to keep going, which I would have done anyway, but it probably would be nice to hear.
Yeah, that does make sense. A lot of YouTubers can get a little sad, and like not seeing the numbers go up can make them stop right before
Yeah,
they
yeah. Luckily, my numbers, they went up just slowly at the start. I spent my first 6 months under 1K.
Oh wow.
Which
Okay.
it's not that, like, that's not that crazy. Most channels that start from scratch, like if somebody has no online presence or anything and they start a YouTube channel, like I think 6 months for 1K is decent pace, you know? But yeah, you know, it went slowly and then, you know, it shoots up. At least for me it did, because I joined a popular server and learned a lot from all the YouTubers there. Yeah, I guess that's the thing. There's a lot of lessons to learn. And I think collaborating with creators that have learned these lessons is just an amazing way to do that.
Yeah, that's pretty great to hear. So how do you join the popular server that you're talking about?
That's a pretty funny question. Do you remember AJ the Bold?
I do. Yeah, I do.
He was blowing up on TikTok, and he had this big event, his dog war, that viewers can join. And he has a selection process. He does interviews and stuff on stream, and I put in my application for an interview with a video of mine called One Clown Army, which was just a video of me 10v1ing a whole faction of players and beating them up, killing them. That's one of the videos that got taken down and that I haven't re-uploaded. But he was impressed with that, and he got me on. That project went nowhere, but a few months later, he hit me up and was like, hey, I need some PvP coaching. You down? And I was like, all right, I'm down. And through that, we just started talking more and got a little closer. And at some point, he joined the Ryzen SMP, which was an SMP set up by the Horizon. It's like a YouTuber that takes down pay-to-win Minecraft servers through like glitches and whatever. And, you know, on there, I met some other creators, for instance, Leewook and Minecraft Curios and whatever. And at some point, you know, Ryzen goes on, and it doesn't really take off. I do grow a bunch in that period of like streaming Ryzen on YouTube. And from there, around the end of Ryzen, Leo comes up to me and he's like, yo, there's this new Minecraft server that looks pretty interesting, you know, with Ryzen ending and all. It's called Lifesteal. I was like, oh, for real? Cool. Maybe we could try getting on there. And then we asked Minecraft Curios and Spoke, who I invited to Ryzen. And Curios was like, oh, well, you know, Parrot, the like one of the owners of Lifesteal, just followed me on Twitter. So, yeah, how about I DM him? And he just kind of got all 4 of us in. And that was it. Yeah, I was 3K at the time. I think Spoke was around 140K, and Leo was around 95K. I think the whole server was under 2K, or under 200K at the time.
Oh wow. Wait. So when did Lifesteal first start?
Over a year ago now.
Oh wow.
I got in at the end of season 1, and season 1 lasted like 2 months, I think. So I got in pretty early, and we're on season 4 now.
Yeah, even for a year, that's pretty rapid growth to see.
Yeah, from 3K to what I'm at right now, it is really quick.
Yeah, that's actually nuts.
But yeah, as a group on Lifesteal, we just kind of help each other out and like explain what we did in videos and just try to teach each other and try to improve together, you know? And I think that's very strong because everybody's videos have been improving at such a rapid pace. I'm not happy with the... if you go to my channel, there's an upload, How 5 People Betrayed an Entire Server. That one's right before my most recent upload. And I'm not really proud of that one. But I am proud of my my most recent one. You know, so the improvement has been so great from one video to the other that I just think the other video is just kind of bad. You know, How 5 People Betrayed an Entire Minecraft Server.
Oh, that way you didn't like that one?
Yeah,
Really?
it doesn't sit right with me because I think my most recent one is just shot up in quality so much that yeah, it's just I'm not proud of the other one anymore. You know, and I think that's great that the growth in like video making skill has been that big because I'm in such a group that helps each other. You know, get further.
Yeah, that's really interesting to hear because despite how you feel about it, it has over 1 million views. And it's doing great.
Yeah, they're not they're not horrible videos, but they're not up to my standards that I've set with my most recent upload, you know?
Okay. That's cool to hear.
Which is also, yeah, it's also getting in the way a little bit because it does make it harder to upload with such high standards. So I think I'm gonna go back down because, you know, as you can see, it still gets views, and it would, you know, mean that I could upload more,
Mm-hmm.
which I think that's much better.
How long did it take you to make your most recent video?
That project took I want to say around a month or a month and a half. Thing is, I made the casino, or the circus, I guess. The thing in the thumbnail, that building. I made that all the way back in. I trapped my friends in my Minecraft circus because that trap was inside of the circus. Because I was supposed to build the casino at the start of the season, but I just got lazy. And at some point, people started talking about the end of the season, and then I was like, wait a second, I still have a casino bit to do. So in 3 weeks, me and Renzi designed the casino games. We grinded out all the materials. We built the interior of the casino, and we recorded, and I edited together in the last week. Like, recording and editing went together. After that, I posted it.
So everything on lifesteal is like, you don't use creative at all for any of the builds or anything at all?
Oh no, I am very much against doing that on any content SMP because it removes any stakes that are there, you know? Why
That's
care
true.
about death or anything if you can just hop on creative and bring it all back? Unless you're doing like a lore SMP where stakes are created artificially because it's a written story. When it's gameplay based, like lifesteal, and just completely unscripted, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, it makes sense in the sense that, you know, it would take less time to record. Yeah, it would take less time to put something together, but it's just not fun, you know? You just kind of get an audience of kids, and anybody over 11 will not care, you know. You won't get that teen audience that actually cares about content, and watches it for specific reasons other than a kid's YouTuber.
You're obviously a very talented PvPer. Like, the 2v35, that is nuts. Like,
Thanks.
that has not been seen before or done before, ever. So, did you learn from, like, a PvP trainer, or were you just, like, naturally good at it?
Back in the day, I got taught by I'd say one of the, or at the time, definitely the best PvPer in the game. This was back in 1.15. So how many years ago is that? Like 3. But I rose to the top of the Crystal PvP rankings back then. Not the best, but I think I was in the top 10 to 20 in the whole game.
Wow.
At Crystal PvP back in the day. But I took a big break when 1.16 rolled around and Netherite was introduced and everything. And I didn't get it back when I got into it. So I didn't do Crystal PvP for a while then, and honestly, I'm still not that into it anymore. So my ranking has definitely dropped a lot since I was since before my YouTube channel, you know. Sorry, what was the question again? Yeah, teacher. Yeah, I used to have a teacher,
Does he
but
have
the
a,
rest was practice.
does he have a name at all? It's totally fine.
Yeah, it was Michael Cycle.
Michael Cycle.
Yeah.
Michael Cycle. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, no, he didn't really have a mainstream YouTube channel, so it's fair enough that a lot of people haven't heard of it.
Yeah,
It was mainly PvP clips.
So I think mistakes are like always good opportunities for learning when starting out with content creation, whether it be
Mhm.
YouTube, TikTok, whatever. What
Yeah.
is one big mistake that you've learned from?
Just hitting record and recording myself mumbling while doing some parkour and uploading it as my first video. You know, from that whole period of making videos, I've really realized that you need a solid plan going into a video. People love it when you try to achieve a goal, and the crazier that goal, the more hooked they are. And then, you got to actually achieve that goal. Otherwise, they're going to be very disappointed, and they're not going to leave your video happy. Yeah, there's plenty of mistakes I made, but I think that's the biggest one. I think that's the biggest shift my content has made. When you prepare something for a video, like me spending 3 weeks to prepare the casino, that my best video yet, purely for that fact.
Yeah, I did watch that video and I was amazed. You were very smart with how you built the casino and how the traps worked. I was very impressed with it.
I was impressed with myself because I don't do redstone. That's the one Minecraft skill set. I'd like to think I'm good at building. I like to think I'm good at PvP. Redstone, nah.
Did Cube help you out at all?
No,
No.
it was all me and Branzy. It was so much trial and error. The roulette table was the biggest thing, and that was just trial and error, and improvement and improvement. And then at some point, we got a cool, comfortable design that it worked. And that's the main thing.
How long do you think the redstone took you?
I'd say like a day.
A day?
Maybe.
Like just a full day of just Trial and error.
Maybe I did not, maybe like 8 hours total.
8 hours. Wow.
I did like one evening with Ramsey, and then I woke up the next morning and started making improvements, and then the roulette table was done. And then we spent more times on the smaller games, but those weren't too difficult. We just played with randomizers, and then we checked out how we could manipulate those randomizers.
Yeah, because the way you made the slot machines and all, you made it like very easy to win. That was really smart how you did that. So you like lure them into the bigger trap. That was awesome.
Yeah,
That was my favorite part about it.
yeah. No, the first 3 games are supposed to lure people in. They're just a little bit rigged, you know. Like
Yeah.
the slot machines, they're not rigged at all. The next one, you can't get the biggest prize. On the third one, you also can't get the biggest prize. But it's also just statistically very unlikely that you get far in the game. And then the fourth one is unwinnable.
Earlier we talked about like who was your inspiration at like whenever you're first starting out YouTube. Who do you follow now?
I think Rec Rap and Branzy, they make anything fun. I think that's awesome. I think the way they make, like, they could record anything and make it fun in like the editing phase. And I think that's very inspiring, you know. Just having that skill of like taking anything, just taking anything, making it fun. They almost transcend the idea of you have to have a great idea for a YouTube video to make it interesting. They can just do something like not even that crazy and just make it fun through the way they record it and the way they edit it.
So we all have people in our lives that we've learned from and leaned on. What kind of people have helped you along the way with your YouTube career?
So the 35v2, it's a V2, right? And the two are me and my buddy Vandrake. And you know, Vandrake's done it all, like Twitch mod, server admin, just, you know, lifelong friend. He's just been there from the start, and he's just been helping me out throughout it all. So, you know, that's definitely one of the people I leaned on. And my girlfriend too. She's just been there to, you know, support me throughout everything. And I'd say everybody in lifesteal, like ever since like blowing up and joining them, like everybody's just been growing together so awesomely, and we all lean on each other. And it's just a really tight knit community of creators, and it's awesome.
Yeah, I was actually talking to Cube before he got into lifesteal. He was like under 1K subs and everything, and I was talking to him, and as soon as he joined lifesteal, his next video just blew up. Like it went crazy.
Yeah,
it was insane.
Yeah.
So y'all like really do like teach each other everything there is to know about YouTube.
Yeah, everything we know we share. There's no competition. The thing about it is you're building a brand together. So if Spoke does well, that means the whole of lifesteal does well. And, you know, you just want everybody to succeed. You want to see everybody succeed.
That's great to hear. So it's like a really happy community of people.
Yeah.
So what are some changes that you've seen in your life now that you are famous?
I would say famous. Biggest change is, you know, the money. I met my girlfriend, or no, I didn't meet her, but we started dating again around the time that I joined lifesteal. And having that extra income stream allowed me to just go and visit her across like continents. You know, I live in the Netherlands, she lives in Canada, and you know, the money that came in just allowed me to meet her for the first time.
Oh, that's amazing.
And yeah, about a month and a half ago was the end of our second trip together. So yeah, that's the greatest change. And just I can do a lot more things with a YouTube income, you know. And I guess events. Oh, big one. You know, the stress from school and needing to find a career at like a dead end job, whatever. You know, that type of stress all out the window. I just play Minecraft all day now, which is great.
That does sound amazing, though.
Yeah. So that, you know, that's those are the biggest changes.
Do you ever feel any like pressure from your viewers to make the next video even better and better every single time?
I mostly feel the pressure for myself, because actually it's the viewers that make me realize a bit more that I should not be a perfectionist, and I should just post stuff that I make, because they'll enjoy it anyway, and I shouldn't hold myself from uploading stuff, like more stuff, just to make something marginally better, you know.
That's great to hear. So you have a really good fan base.
Yeah, I like my fans. Yeah.
Have there been any downsides at all to blowing up, like stalkers or, you know, internet creeps or anything like that?
No, I haven't really encountered anything crazy in real life at all, and I don't really care what happens on the internet, you know.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, I come from the PvP community. I'm used to some shit coming my way, you know. I remember as a kid having this mindset, looking at like for instance Dream and thinking like I'm better than Dream. That means that I deserve his fan base. And thinking back on it now as like an adult, I was like, that's fucking insane. Like Dream worked hard for his fan base, and it is just not tied to his skill in PvP at all. But I still get kids like that coming after me. You know, like, oh, ClownPierce is bad. I'm better than ClownPierce. I'm like, okay, that's cool.
But obviously, there's a lot less downsides because you keep your life extremely private. I was trying to look up information about you, like even your real name, I cannot find. Like
Yeah,
anywhere.
yeah, no, it's yeah, keep it very private.
So lots of us are trying to, start a YouTube channel, an internet career.
Mm-hmm.
What advice would you give us for that?
Ideas are the greatest thing. I could hop on lifesteal right now, record a mediocre video, and get 200k views. Or I could set a goal for myself. Have a good idea, set a goal, execute it to the best of my ability, and make a video about the whole process. And that'll blow up, if you edit it in a correct way, obviously. Here's another piece of advice that I've come to learn about ideas. Ideas don't come from inside your head. They are an external thing. So go watch some Minecraft content. Go watch some stuff that inspires you, and you will find genres of ideas. And within those genres, you're going to think of ideas yourself. And those ideas are going to be original and hopefully good. It's a skill you train. So, they don't have to be crazy good ideas from the start. It's just something that you develop and you start, getting better at. Yeah, just optimize everything in the editing. For instance, the reason I don't like that video, that how 5 people betrayed an entire Minecraft server, I love the story in it and how everything came together, but from the first, from 30 seconds, I spent until 3 minutes and 40 seconds. I spent talking to people, just like conversations that are mostly uncut. And that's where I lose a lot of viewers. And it's just kind of a slog to sit through. So try to avoid those moments. Make everything snappy. Make everything go kind of quickly. Don't be afraid to spin your own narrative. Don't feel inclined to portray everything exactly as it happened. Because at the end of the day, you want to tell a story. You want to tell a good story. If you leave out a certain detail and that makes for a better story, then, absolutely do that. Sometimes when you try to very accurately portray everything that happened in a video, you'll end up cluttering it with stuff that doesn't matter and is also difficult to watch or difficult to sit through, right? Kind of boring stuff. So that's why you want to keep it concise. You gotta edit it in a way that it's always interesting. No long pauses, no nothing like that. Just there has to be constantly, like, it's got to be developing.
Okay.
And you want to avoid repeats. Like if somebody repeats themselves or repeats a point, avoid that. Just constantly have development in your video. And then you'll keep an audience entertained throughout the whole thing.
So at the same time, when you keep things like shorter and concise, like you were saying, how do you kind of like lengthen the video? I have a lot of trouble with that.
You don't.
Not at all.
You don't lengthen, no. Obviously keep in what you need for a good story, but if you feel the need to lengthen your video, then you haven't recorded enough of a story.
Okay.
Then you need to do more in the recording phase. If you feel the need to like lengthen it, I'd say 8 minutes for an SMP video is plenty. If you have a story of 8 minutes, that's cool. Personally, I usually record way more and way more in depth. If you're not reaching that 8-minute mark with what you've recorded in a concise manner, then I'd say record more, next time, I guess. Or maybe add another storyline onto it.
Okay.
Or a B plot or whatever.
So let's say you were in our position, like you somehow mess up and you record too short of a video and you edit it, it's like completely done, but it's just too short. Would you post it, or would you just scrap the whole thing?
Depends on what it is. If I completely mess up and make a video too short, it's a good question. I probably wouldn't post 4 minutes, but I'd post 6 minutes. If I made a video that's 6 minutes long, I'll post that. Sure. 4 minutes, that's really short, you know? I don't know about that. I'd probably just record more and see like what I can add on to the story.
What are you working on now that excites you for the coming year? Or if there's a big project that you're going to work on later in the year, what's something?
I joined Kaboodle SMP, which is like my first lore SMP. I'm excited for that whole story. I'm working together with like writers and everything to play out the lore on there. And there's like 2 lore streams every month, so it's just a long-term project that moves on slowly, but I think it's a lot of fun. I'm excited for that. Plus, I got 2 videos in the works, one in the editing stage, because I'm working together with an editor right now. He's on that, while I'm in the recording stage of another one. So I'm excited for those videos too. I'm just excited to start posting again, because it's been a while. Got an idea for the new lifesteal video, so
Ooh, okay.
that's what I'm working on right now, actually.
What's something that helps you like start on a video if you're just not feeling like doing it? You're just kind of walking around, you kind of just want to procrastinate. What's something that helps you start it?
Start on a video is done pretty easily. Usually I'll just play on the server and see what's up. But starting editing is the hardest part for me. Usually it's just waiting it out. At some point I'll get bored of doing nothing productive and I'll hop on the edit. But if that doesn't work, which is what would happen with the video, which is currently in my editor's hands. If that didn't work, then I got an editor, I guess. You know,
Yeah.
like I guess it's finally time to project of working together with an editor. Because the nice thing is, he's working on my video right now while I'm recording a new one, and I'm probably going to be editing this video I'm working on right now myself. So yeah, it's just going to be exciting to see the rate of content increasing.
How long do you think it takes you to edit one 15-minute video?
Depends. The biggest project I've ever done is the casino, which I edited in a week.
A week?
Yeah.
Wow. That's actually a pretty short time for
it is,
the
yeah.
product.
But my editing style is very simplistic. It's mostly just like the storytelling that goes into my videos. Sorry, what's the question again? How long? Yeah, 15 minutes. I'd say like 15-minute video. Yeah, it really just depends on what type of video. Like if you go back to how I constructed the best base on the deadliest SMP or whatever, you know, or like trapping my enemies on the deadliest Minecraft SMP. Like those are posted like a few days in between, I think. I used to crank out a video after recording for a day, like in a day, you know, like one day recording, the next day I'll edit it, and then the other day I'll post it, and then repeat, you know. That's but that was because they were lower quality videos, without an idea. I didn't set out to achieve a thing. I just was reacting to the world around me on lifesteal, which sometimes was pretty funny, but sometimes was also just kind of bad content, you know.
Yeah.
Not bad content, just not streamlined like the more recent stuff is.
What made you like PvP so much? Like what clicked for you, you know?
I like Minecraft in general, and then I've always been competitive, so I like fighting games or whatever. I think that's just it. There's something to compete in on like my favorite game. Yeah, I think that's it.
Do you have any other outside hobbies besides YouTube? Like any sports, anything like that?
Not really.
So you're pretty dead set on YouTube, I assume.
Basically, yeah. And I probably should be doing some more. I used to run, but I haven't really done that recently. Cardio running, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I have a big like forest behind my house. It's really nice, but yeah, I just been kind of lazy recently, with YouTube and everything else. So, should probably get back on the grind.
That's true. You do deserve a vacation for sure, though, without a doubt.
No, I already had one. I just had like the biggest one vacation of my life.
Still,
So
man, being a
I'm good.
YouTuber isn't easy.
I know, but at some point, you gotta get back in the game. Otherwise, she's just gonna fall off. I'm gonna dip now. It was fun talking to you.
Yeah, it's fun talking to you too.
Bye bye.
Bye.